Shema, Shemai, Yikadeshinka, Vaibore, Makutka, Retsuka, Yasui Bashanai, Uva.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. And Shabbat Shalom to all of my Father's children. As the sun is setting, we give our Abba Yah praise, honor, and glory for allowing us to enter into another holy Shabbat. I pray that all is well to you, my Father's children, as the message of the kingdom and the message of our King has been going out worldwide. I pray that as Yah wakes up Jacob, that we will take our rightful place, which is the light of the world and the salt of the earth. And whatever you've been going through, Zion, this week, I pray that Abba Yah gives you strength to endure and encouragement, knowing this one thing, that if Yah be for us, he's more than the whole world against us. Hallelujah. 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 To the 12 tribes of Israel, those of you who have come into this meditation tonight, if you can hear the Mori all right and you can see all right, would you place a 7 in this chat? Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Place a number 7. And tonight is just a short meditation as we prepare ourselves for tomorrow, really. So as we prepare ourselves for the our Shabbat lesson. And I see the 7s. Toda Rabbah. through this week, I really wanted to do the State of the Union, and every time I get ready to approach it, Abaya, if for some reason things are just not allowing me to do it, and I have learned over the years that if you have to in the ministry try to force something to happen because you want it to happen when you want it to happen, most likely it's not. So I realized yesterday why Abaya had me delay that message. And it was because, number one, some of my information was not actually completed, and I thought it was. So I needed, there's some, and then, so that's number one. And then number two, since I had started putting the information together, Zion, a few things have come to pass that I believe should need to go into that State of the Union, because we're going to talk about our union, the state of the state of the house of Israel. And Abba Yah has been opening my eyes to see that we not only need to talk about the state of the nation of Israel that's waking up to who we are and whose we are, but we also have to address the conditions and the state of the entire world. Why? Because we've been scattered worldwide. And because the things that are happening in the world right now, Zion, and I know some of you have may heard this before, but take it from the more, it is setting the stage. Do you hear me? It is setting the stage for the return of our King. I purposely am doing our meditation in this room instead of in the studio tonight because I kind of want it to be laid back. I just want you all to think tonight. Hallelujah. 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 I just want you to get comfortable, get you some water, or if you have some wine or whatever, just relax. We want to just talk about something. We want to meditate. Some more, what do you want to meditate on? I want to meditate on a question that needs thought. It does. It was in the thumbnail if you got it. And the question for this meditation is, who owns the world? Or I could even say it like this. Who owns the earth? Who owns the earth? That's our meditation. What do you think about that? Because in times like these, Zion, it is easy for us to think that when it comes to the earth, that people own the earth. I'll give you an example. For instance, if you want to buy land, for instance, because a lot of Israelites are waking up to truth now and realizing that we need our own dirt, we need land. And so we've been investing in land here, investing in land there, and trying to get a piece here. Think about all over the world, people are starting to do that, and I give out by y'all praise for that. But then they'll get like a note, and the note will say something like, "You can build on the land, but you don't own what's beneath the soil." Has anybody? Let me look in this chat. See if I'm right. Is there anybody in this chat know that if you buy land, you can get a little note to tell you, now look, you can build something on top of this, but the actual soil and what's under the soil it doesn't belong to you. It's called mineral rights. Let's see what it says. Has anybody ever even heard that? Somebody said the creator of the earth. So okay, they say yes. All right, watch this. So we've heard then that you can buy land, but you never really own it. Why? Because even if you pay it off, I'm talking about completely. This is a meditation. I'm going to wrap it up in a second. Y'all hang with the more. Even if you buy some land and pay it completely off, over here in the United States of America, they will still tax you after you own the property. You have to continue to pay taxes, or what, More? They'll take it. Does everybody in here know that? That they will come and take everything on your land, even after you quote unquote pay it off. That they can come and take your house, they take your car, they can literally, now it's one thing to say you owe some taxes, but why would a country or a nation attach your house to taxes? That doesn't make sense. Let's just say out here in California, the average house out here now is around $350,000 to $400,000 and all the way up to millions of dollars, right? Let's just take the low end, $350,000 home. So $350,000 home take you 30 years to pay it off. You're going to pay $700,000 for that house at the end of the payment. And let's say at the end of the 30-year payment, you finally pay it off, $700,000, the interest and all of that. And then whatever happens, say you become disabled, say you're just too old to work. Say if you just don't feel like working no more, you've been working your whole life and you don't pay your taxes. Do you know that if your taxes lapse, and let's just say your taxes are only $1,000 a month, do you know that they can come take your house that you worked 30 years to pay off for the price of taxes? And people literally default on taxes all the time. So who then is acting as owner of the land and owner of the earth to where they can literally say, I don't care if you did spend $700,000. If you don't give me what I told you to give me in taxes, I'm not only going to take that house you built, but I'm also going to take the land that the house is on. And I might seize everything else that's on the property that you own. Remember, Zion, these are meditations. That's all I'm doing. If y'all hear the Morey and say, you know what, Morey, that's reality, would you put a 12 in here for the 12 tribes of Israel? Put a 12. I'm not going to keep you long tonight. I just want you to think. Put a 12. If you know that what I just said is true, put a 12. All right. So as these 12s is rolling through here, it means something. It means that we're thinking about something. And that is, in the back of our minds, Zion, all of us believe, watch this, that the earth belongs to the man. I gotta get some water. Did y'all hear the more? The man. The man. Shoot. If you don't go to work, the man will come and take it. If you don't pay the tax, the man will come and take it. If you don't do, the man. If you must run and find something on your property, boy, you better be careful. What? The man. If you strike oil on your property, you better try to do it your, why? Because the man. I have a question. Who is the man? I want to play a little song, a meditation. Well, I'm going to get some water. I want y'all to think about that. Who is the man that owns this world? Got us all upset.
You know, on your journey, you're going to go through a lot. People going to be telling you how you shouldn't keep the Sabbath and, you know, how the law is done away with. And, you know, my advice to you is just ignore them. You know, keep the Most High first and keep His law. This is what we doing over here. We resting. We're chilling on the Sabbath. That's what we doing. We chilling on the Sabbath. We're chilling on the Sabbath. I know y'all go to church on Sunday. They all confused. We're chilling on the Sabbath. We're chilling on the Sabbath. The seventh day of the week. We're chilling on the Sabbath. Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. Say we're chilling on the Sabbath. While everybody's out doing what they want to do. We're reading scripture and singing to the Most High. Cause we know the law and we keep the Father's holy commandments. So let people say what they want to say. Let them mock you for keeping this day, yeah. We gon' be ready when Christ returns. They be having church on the wrong day, and they despise everything that we say, yeah. Even when we show them in the holy word. The fourth commandment says, remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. And we should always honor the Most High and do exactly what He say. And don't let the non-believers convince you that the law is done away with. You just rest and chill with the Most High, cause the Father knows who's His.
Hallelujah. 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 Okay, I'm back. Toda Rabah for that, Fred and the Genius for that song. Let's meditate. In our meditation, we've been thinking about who owns the earth. And because, based on the illustrations I just gave, every time we talk concerning the actual earth, the soil, there is the tendency, Zion, that we have to fight against. There is the tendency to believe, I'm talking about in your heart, you start believing that it belongs to the man. Whoever the man is, you start believing that it belongs to the man, that the earth belongs to the man. And so you have this thing to where everybody believes that there's like the man somewhere who actually owns the earth. And all of us are just like renters. What you think about it? And one of the reasons that a lot of times, especially during times of war and crisis and things like that, a lot of times, when our foundation is shaken, our foundation gets shaken when we, who I guess feel like the man that owns the earth, when it looks like his foundation gets shaky, then all of a sudden we start feeling shaky. So when whoever it is that we consider to be the man, whenever the man goes into crisis, we automatically feel that we should go into crisis. Whenever the man is doing something when it comes to the earth, we automatically feel like that it should be being done to us. That some kind of way we're getting, because but in the back of our mind, and again, I want you just to meditate on this. In the back of our mind, we have a default that we gotta fight. We have to fight the mindset that the man is running things. Yeah, that's really enough meditation. That's enough. Woo, Maury, did you say enough? I said enough. All right. That's enough meditation to get you through your whole Shabbat. If I could just help you to stop defaulting your mental state, your emotional state, your economic state, your physical, if we can just stop defaulting to the man and know that, quote, whoever that man is, I ain't finna name, whoever the man is, to know that the man does not have final say over nothing. It'll give us encouragement. Why, Moray? He don't own this world. Moray, come on, man. What? I just brought out a point I want y'all to really think. He's acting like he own it, but he don't own this world. He didn't make it. He don't own it. This is not his. It's not his. Look, let me look in this. You know what? Let me look in the chat, because as a meditation, I just want to know if anybody tracking with the Maury. So I'm going to spend just a little time and look in the chat. Wait a minute. Let me see what I got. Oh, yeah. Somebody else say, talk. We say, hallelujah. Monique said, what did he say? Somebody done told the man right. The truth makes us free. Right. And of course, somebody said, Delisa, you're right about that. So what? Yes, that's my point on the Shabbat. That was my meditation. You know what a meditation means? Turn something over and over and over again. The quote unquote, the man does not own this earth. I'm talking about now. He don't own the dirt. He doesn't own the soil. He does not own the silver or the gold. He does not own any of this. This is not his. But he can come take it from you. Okay. He's taking something that he has, quote unquote, tried to steal. More than who really owns the world? Because, okay, does sleepy Joe Biden own the world? Yes or no? And don't make me hit the rock. Does sleepy Joe Biden own the world? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. And please don't make me hit the rock. Toda Rabbi for Yehuda. He said, nope. Monique said no. Gina said no. They moving too fast, but they all said, okay, thank you. Because if they all would have said yes, I'd have had to end the video right here. All my labor's in vain. So he doesn't, right? So why do we keep acting like he does? Does the Queen of England, what's her name? She's not my queen. Does the Queen of England own the world? Is this her dirt? Did she make it? No, they can take and steal and rob and plummet, but is it theirs? Because whoever owns it, it's my meditation, whoever owns the earth, whoever owns the soil, about to preach, whoever owns the wind, who owns the clouds, whoever owns the water, whoever owns the high mountains, the meandering streams, and the babbling brooks, whoever is the owner, whoever owns the volcanoes, whoever owns the tornadoes and whoever owns it, whoever owns the heat, whoever owns the snow. This is me. If you're the owner of it and it's yours, I believe that you have final say over it. And if you're really the owner, you have final say over what other people claim they're going to do to it. If that made sense, put a hallelujah 100 in this chat, please. Meditation. That's all this is. It's to give us something that when the camera is off, we can be encouraged as we flip it over and over in our mind. Now let's get that Psalm 24. And the way them 100s and hallelujahs is running through here. Somebody is encouraged by this word of encouragement on this Shabbat. All right, now look. Go to Psalm 24. Go to Psalm 24. Those of you who can, would you put it in the chat? Psalm 24, verse 1. We didn't really have to go no further. Psalm 24, verse 1. Psalm 24, verse 1. Put it in the chat. We want everybody to be able to get it together. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. This is a Psalm of David. In English, it reads like this. The earth is Yah's. Come on, Moray. What? That's what this Bible said. The earth, in your King James, it may say the Lord, but in Hebrew, it says Yahuwah, Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh. The earth is Yah's. Now, let me tell you how it's actually written in Hebrew. In Hebrew, it actually starts with the name Yah. And you would say it sort of like this. You would say, Yahuwah's the earth is. It starts off with a personal pronoun of possession. That the earth belongs right off the bat. It's Yah's. This world is Yah's. The earth is his. That's what it starts off by saying. Why does David seem to feel like he needs to talk to Zion about that? I just, every time I read David, I'm like, David, that should be obvious, King. Because that's my grandpa, by the way. So I can literally say, Grandpa, why do you spend so much time trying to tell your grandkids and your nephews and nieces who owns the earth? I can hear Grandpa say, because, son, sometimes we forget. I gotta go. This is just a meditation. I gotta go. Grandpa, what did you just say? He said, grandson, sometimes we forget. In my day, it was the Philistines. It was the Amorites. It was the Hittites. It was the Amalekites. Everybody is a land grab. Enemies on the right, enemies on the left, wars and rumors of war. Israel many days have to struggle trying to make ends meet, trying to figure out what's really going on. He says, so what I would do every now and then to help my people, I'd have to remind them of something. It don't matter who you think you are. This ain't your world. This is my Father's world. The earth is his. I believe it here, earth is Eretz, right? And then so Ha-Eretz means the earth. So he's talking about, there ain't no more than one earth now. We talking about this planet, this earth is his. What else? And the fullness. So now you see that Morey wasn't just talking. What do you mean the fullness? Not only is the dirt his, every rock is his. Every grain of sand is every grain of sand is his. Whose? Our Father's. Our Heavenly Father is his. No more. Yes. Every piece of silver is his. You hear that, you heathens, you Hamites, you slumber brews, you Jebusites. Every piece of gold is his. Every piece of uranium is his. Every piece of iron is his. Every leaf on every tree is his. Every drop of rain is his. Every mountain is his. Every river is his. Every cloud, he forms it. Every drop of rain, he makes it, is his. Every animal that he puts here is his. What do you hear me? When you look at the sunrise and how beautiful it is, that is his sunrise. When you look at the sunset and how wonderful it is, that don't belong to nobody. That's my Father's sunset. The way he takes those colored pencils and the watercolors and splash it up against the canvas of our horizon and sky. There ain't a heathen or a human on planet Earth that can take water droplets and the sun and paint a new picture every morning and every night for us to enjoy. Why? This is his world, and he just like it to be pretty in the morning and the evening. It's his world. This is and the fullness. That's what I'm trying to say. And the fullness. So the question has to be, if this is my Father's world and the fullness thereof, then what about me? He said, oh yeah, and you too. Wait, me too. You belong to him. Now I'm getting it. I can't get into my message for tomorrow. But Zion, when David was writing this, he's talking to Israel. And what he's trying to tell you is, not only is this earth his, and everything in this earth his, it don't belong to no sleepy Joe Biden, don't belong to Queen of England, don't belong to Europe, it doesn't belong to China, it does not belong to the Ukraine. We ain't even heard nothing about no Ukraine until just recently. It don't belong to Saudi Arabia. It does not belong to Mexico. No, this earth belongs to him, and we are his children. We also belong to him. Verse 2, quick. For he, who? Yahuwah. For he, who? Yahuwah. For he, who? Yahuwah. Formed it. Meditation. That's what this is. This is a meditation. See, the one who formed the earth is the one who owns the earth. More, don't you move this from meditation to preaching. Keep it at meditation, More. Please keep it at meditation. Because I know you want to preach right here. But I said, he who made the earth owns the earth. It ain't a heathen breathing oxygen. Can look at nary mountain and say, I made that. Can look at nary tree and say, I formed that. Can look at nary field and say, I put that there. But for some reason and somehow, all of us believe that there is a power, a high power, and some of us stop when it comes to our high power. We stop at what we call the man. And Grandpa trying to tell you in Psalm 24, what are you talking about, the man? Ain't no man on this world. And in reality, don't no man own you. Meditation. He founded it upon the seas and established it upon the rivers or upon the floods. Who shall ascend into the hill? More, come on, More. It's right there. Who may ascend into the hill of Yahuwah? Wait, is his, right? Mm-hmm. So, who can stand on Zion? In other words, who can stand or stand with the one who made the whole world in the holy place, in the holy mountain? He's going to tell you. He that has, I don't have to make it up, it's in the Bible. Let me see if I can focus it. What's going on with this camera? There we go. He that has what kind of hand? Let me give you the Hebrew word. He that has hands, we will use this term, that are exempt. He who has hands that are separated. He who has hands that don't necessarily belong to something, but of course belong to something else. So let me just break it down real quick, and I gotta get out this meditation. He's saying, if you're gonna stand with Yah on his holy hill, you can't be holding hands with the devil. You want to stand with Yah on his holy hill, on his earth. You can't be holding hands with the beast. You can't hold hands and walk the dragon up to the holy hill, talking about, hopscotching and skipping and carrying on and just going up to the hill, holding hands with the devil, holding hands with the demon, holding hands with the beast, or watch this, holding hands with the man. Like I'm going. That's enough to think about. One more. You need your hands clean. That really means exempt or set apart. Really, it means that your hands are not connected to these false people who think they own everything and got everything. No, your hand has to be clean, which means it needs to be connected to Yah and separated from the rest of the world. What's the next word? The next Hebraic word you want to look at is this word for pure. Because if we're going to stand in the holy hill with Abba Yah, then you got to have a what? Pure heart. And of course, I've given you this word so many times. The idea of bar has to do bet resh, and of course, bet is a house, resh is a head, and so we know from other words that this has to do with grain, right? And so somebody said, well, what's that got to do with anything, Moray? Grain? How's that? Like the head of grain, right? So what they would do with the head of grain is that, of course, it was used for a lot of things. It could be used for, number one, for eating. But they also found a way to take that which was left over and through some process of beating it or cooking it or something, they were able, or burning it, they were able to make a soap. Come on, Moray. Mm-hmm. They were able to make a cleansing agent. In order to clean the house of Israel from grain, which of course on one hand, the grain is used to do what? To make bread. And then you could take the residuals of that same grain and make soap. I'm done. Who gonna stand with him? How about this? The ones that have a pure heart. How does the heart get pure? Oh, by the word of Yah, number one, and by washing, number two, by hearing the word and being cleansed by the word, by consuming the word like food and taking a bath in the word like water. You ain't coming up on the hill to be with Yah on his hill that he owns unless, number one, you're exempt from the rest of this world, and number two, your heart has been cleansed through the word. So our goal, I'm going to stop right here. So our goal, Zion, in this meditation is to ask ourselves, man, is my focus on the man, or is my focus on Yahuwah? Is my concern about what these heathens is doing in this world, or should my concern be about what Yah is doing in the world? Should I be distressed over what they're doing to the earth, or should I be encouraged about what Yahuwah said he's going to do with the earth? And should I continue to consume the filth of the world, or should I eat the word like grain and at the same time use the word like soap and water to keep my life clean? And if you keep reading this psalm, and I'm already over time for the meditation, but you keep reading this psalm and you're going to find out that it is our King Yahushua HaMashiach, who is not only the King of earth, but he's also the King of glory, which means what? He has final say. In the book of the Revelation, we're going to hear a very interesting judgment that Yahuwah is going to say that he's going to destroy those who destroy the earth. Why? It wasn't theirs to destroy. And if he's going to destroy those who destroyed the earth, because the earth wasn't theirs to destroy, imagine what he's going to do to those who destroyed his children. It'll be hell, fire, and brimstone. Zion, be encouraged. Once again, in the end, we win. Hallelujah. 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 I got to go. I would encourage everyone, if you like these devotionals, if you like what the ARK is doing, you're being helped, blessed, encouraged, send support to the ARK so we can keep doing this. And we will continue to keep sending out support through these teachings and this preaching, these studies and these meditations. Because if you think about this stuff long enough, you could be going through, you could be going through whatever. But if you meditate on this long enough, joy bells will start ringing in your soul. I gotta stop, but my mind is running at 100 miles an hour. That's what the meditation is supposed to do, though. It's supposed to, it's supposed to, stimulate your thinking. And mine sure enough been stimulated. If it's his earth, he can feed us anytime, right? It's his earth. He can clothe us anytime. It's his earth. I gotta go. I'm over here getting happy on this Shabbat. One love, Zion. I'm putting 1 million in here. And we'll be back tomorrow in the book of the Revelation. And you will see how this meditation and the book of the Revelation tomorrow, you'll see how they support one another. One love. I got to go to our Rabbi for the administrators that made it in the room. And to all of you who made it into the room, you my father's children, I've enjoyed the meditation with you. One love. Shalom, shalom.
Working out for my good. You told me that it's working out for my good. You told me that it's working out.